Hello and welcome back. After your 30 years of break, we're here at Challenger League for the second series of the day or night or evening or afternoon. This is Nongshim up against Bro. And this is the one on Paper Wolf that we thought should go to 3 games, if there was going to be one that went to 3 games, but we already had a series go to 3 games. What does it mean?
It means we're probably in for the 8-gamer again, me and you.
It's very cringe.
It's a little cringe, but it's not confirmed until it happens, as it is going to be Bro versus Nongshim. And to be totally honest with you, in terms of the standings, it's Nongshim favored. In terms of how Bro plays League of Legends and Challengers, I really couldn't tell you. I'm not going to lean even 51 to 49. I'm just going to say I think it's 50-50 who takes the game on the day today.
Yeah, either one team wins or the other team wins. That sounds like half and half to me.
Mosquito got in my eye, man. I don't know.
Wait, really?
Something out of my eye. Might have been
The mosquito!
Got me, dude. I told you, green mosquitoes don't mess around.
I had 4 kids and 2 grandkids over the break. Would you like to be the... No.
Congratulations, though.
Yeah, on your 6 kids over the break. Bro versus Nongshim. Nongshim, the stronger team so far, but not necessarily.
It really could go either way.
Consistent team.
Also, we do have a pretty interesting roster update for Nongshim, which was mentioned earlier. We discussed it. We talked about it a little bit off camera, but we were like, is Mihail actually good enough to come up to LCK? And
the answer is yes.
Maybe he is, but we won't know if he's playing or not in LCK. But we can tell you that Dindin will be starting. Kangin will also be starting. He had a great start, but he's kind of been middling, I'd say, since then. Kangin, of course, talking about the top laner here for OK Savings Bank Breon's Challengers team. He has a pretty wide champion pool, and he likes to play fun stuff, so might just be on Renekton duty today again, but time will tell.
Yeah, he does seem like that kind of guy who's like, all right, you've got a choice. It's Renekton or Jax. Sometimes Cassante, what do you want? And then he says,
Pantheon into Jax. That's what he did.
He did do that. But then after that, he was like, Renekton. Give me the Renekton.
Got some OK Savings Bank Breon fans here with the OK Savings Bank Breon cheerfuls.
And the OK man.
One team, be bold, Breon.
One team, be bold. Here's Breon again.
Still bold. Still one team. Also Sword.
Still them.
Sword coaching.
And here's Nongshim.
Dundun is starting again. He's back in Challengers. Vital and Dundun both now down in the Challengers League. Did see Jiwoo get called up. Mihail, still not sure if he'll be starting in LCK this week or not.
Definitely a good question. Dundun always smiles. He's the guy who's like, pick me the Cassante.
He's like, I'll take one Cassante, please.
Yes. Can I have that with extra rainbow sprinkles? Thank you.
I don't know if he actually wants extra rainbow sprinkles on his Cassante or not.
Why not?
I think he just wants Cassante. I don't think he needs the sprinkles.
Don't we all?
Alright, so we got some Jihoons here.
Mm-hmm.
Call me being the third of such Jihoons behind Shogi, and I didn't see who the top player was. But
you know, probably knows.
Yeah, maybe he'll let us know. Dundun doing Bible's workload. I don't know what that means. As, yeah.
Dark
Kangin
Horse
versus Dundun.
Kangin versus CL Sunbay Dundun.
Sunbay is basically like your senior, is probably the best translation for that. So, yeah, this is the LCK stats for Dundun versus Challenger stats for Kangin, so it makes Kangin look like he's a way better player, but He'll have to prove that to me tonight because I'm not sold just yet. I think he's been pretty good. I think they'll focus for him on the draft, though, because he seems to be their best player right now. That's my take. I think he, even though he's just joined this roster, I think he is their best player.
My take is when I took some water from the water dispenser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going to give it back either.
No, it's getting dranken.
Dranken.
Yeah. That it is. Nico's going to get banned because Nongshim watched the last game. They said, that's pretty good.
So no Dindin Jax. A Renekton first pick angle potentially here. See if that's Sejuani. Yeah, it's banned. Okay.
Not 3 weeks.
Nope, certainly not. No Vi. Renekton first pick angle or Kai'Sa first pick angle? Kai'Sa first pick angle.
First pick angle.
I don't think Dindin will prioritize the Renekton here. I just don't expect that.
No, if anything, he'll prioritize the Cassante.
Tristana is available.
Oh.
And Call Me is a very good player.
Nongshim 1-0. Good start to the day. All right, let's go to game 2.
Garen is not going to be picked. Bel'Veth.
I guarantee it.
Bel'Veth also not going to be picked. Rel, though, keeping the Tristana pick flexible. Rel Tristana, an old combo, as old as Rel is, which is not that old, but still fairly old.
Yeah. Again, why did she name herself Rel instead of W?
Good question.
She even has 2 L's. What did she mean by that?
It's going to be an Azir pick here, so Azir into Tristana potentially, not a terrible matchup, and then obviously Azir very flexible into a lot of other matchups if the Tristana is flexed out of mid and they have an answer. Maokai, no Ivern here, not in challengers, which I think is probably for the best. Probably just play that Maokai.
Yeah, you're a known Ivern anti.
I am I'm very anti-Ivern.
A known Ivern anti.
It's known, Khaleesi.
Yeah, we all know it.
Banning the Alistair is very basic and easy. Bit of a chuckle there from the side of bro. Enish is laughing. He knew it was coming.
Enish.
Enosh. Enosh.
English Osh.
Yeah.
Ostrich.
He could have been KR Osh Krosh, but he's decided to go
that
for
would be
the
a cool
invert.
name. Krosh.
Yeah.
It's like Crush, but it's not, and it's like Krosh. You get the KR in there. That's cool. I like that. Somebody should name themselves that.
I don't know if Dindin was interested in playing Rumble here, but it is very strong with Maokai. It does help your damage profile a little bit if you're going double 80 carry, so I like the ban. I don't think Dindin was going to play it, but I think that it's okay to be scared of it. Another ban here on support, so this time the Nautilus. Xayah is gone, so they're not sure if this Tristana is going bot or not. Don't you dare. That's a Jiwoo exclusive.
Banned.
Jiwoo exclusive.
Stop. Okay.
Vital can play Aphelios, so I'm totally fine with that.
Oh, we could get Ivern still.
Yeah, but I really don't.
Ivern, Maokai,
Maokai support is...
no, Maokai top.
Oh yeah, Rel's are also in the game. Rel jungle, also not.
Rel jungle could happen.
Not a 0% chance, but not recommended.
Yeah, it's like 0.3775 repeating, of course.
So they didn't ban
chance.
Renekton for Kangin, and they also left up the Rakan. So I'm feeling pretty good about Bro's chances here. They got Azir Renekton, they got a Poppy. They do.
Yep.
I don't think it's a Tristana comp at all, though. I actually think Tristana is the standout pick that works the least with the rest of this composition, though.
But she do the boom boom.
I don't think she's gonna do that much of it.
What have you to say to this?
I think she's gonna struggle in this game. I think there's a lot of lockdown. I think there's a lot of burst damage. Poppy feels very good in this composition. Kangin on Renekton again. I'm leaning Bro here. I'm saying this is a
All right.
Bro W.
Challenger game. I'm voting for Nongshin
Okay.
because they have Tristana. And
Valdez
she
is
do the boom boom.
Is a Tristana / 8-4 stats voter.
No, I vote for Tristana.
Statline Steven over here.
Tristana do the boom boom.
She does do a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Call Me versus Ivory, kind of hype matchup as well, considering both these players came into LCK for a little bit of time for their teams and did find great success, honestly. So it's a cool matchup I'm looking forward to. I think the Azir Tristana can go both ways, but it has been Tristana in the LCK that's won out more often than not, as you mentioned.
Absolutely. Well, let's see what happens here, guys. Game number 1 of Match 62. We're getting closer to the end of the summer. Which one of these Challenger teams is going to make it to Challenger Worlds?
I don't know, Valdez.
Do you think either of these would?
I don't think so.
What if we had 3 seeds only in Challenger Worlds? Would we make it?
We should make Challenger Worlds a thing.
We should. It is a thing.
It's not a thing.
All right. Sometimes it's a thing. Let's get into game 1. Doot, doot, doot. All right.
Challenger's chicken defeated.
Yeah, you win this time. I wanted to let Tristana have a word, because oftentimes she doesn't. And I think we all deserve a chance to speak our mind.
As you didn't do until you did to give me the opportunity to win Caster Chicken again.
That's true. What do you mean, again? You lost the first one.
Yeah, but I'm like 3-1, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 4-1 at this point.
Yeah, I guess so. Calmy's really good. He has been a bit of a carry for this Nongshin roster.
He has. He is very strong. One of the.
Let's see how many pog votes he has.
One of the stronger. Well, you can't see how many pog votes he has because how many
5.
pogs he's won.
He has won 5 pogs. The only one who's ahead of him, Lucid. Maybe to fall behind after today.
Could be.
See, I don't like the stop skin. Because the bell goes off. And I'm like, is there a fire in the building?
I don't know if that's what the bell is for. I think
the casts her E onto someone and a fire alarm sounds.
Yeah, but I mean, the bell does not signify there's a fire in the building. It lets the firefighters know there's a fire they've been called to, and so they need to get ready, do that little fireman's pole thing where they go down the pole and they put on the really big orange clothing and then go defeat the fire. Doesn't let you know there's a fire in your building. That's a fire alarm sound. Let me tell you, it's much less pleasant.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't think that's what fire alarm sounds like at all.
That's what the fire alarm in my building sounds like.
The building should probably get that checked. Are you sure you don't live in a firefighter's domicile?
I can't say that's not, I'm not 100% sure.
Valdez is actually secretly a fire chief,
and I didn't even know. Maybe.
The Mogi is back, man. He's just not going to leave us alone. It's actually hilarious.
He's going to be with us the whole day. We should name him. Should we ask him to be a part of the cast?
Well, if I grab him and I don't kill him, I'll hold him up to the microphone, see if he can give you guys some buzz commentary.
Buzz?
Otherwise known as Buzz.
And we also sometimes get the B skins.
True.
Not often, though.
Did you ever play...
have that in the meta.
Did you ever play Earthbound?
No. Sag. It's 2023.
I was doing the
word has changed.
I mean, people say sad really loudly.
No, that was so 2022.
I think that was a bit earlier than that. I think that was like 2019, but
no.
Permeated.
This was going on for a while, yeah.
Well, Ivory's only 2 CS behind.
See, did you hear the fire alarm?
I heard the alarm that lets you know it's time to go put out the fire if you're inside with the firefighters, the fire station.
What's your favorite Pokemon? My one is Ox.
Zubat.
That's weird. I didn't think that was a Pokemon.
It is.
Yeah, I only like Pokemon casters. Wolf's he's a special kind of caster.
I like Zubat. What's wrong with Zubat? Misunderstood Pokemon, to be honest.
How about Pada?
Pada, decent. He's up there. He's probably in my top 50.
Okay, top 50.
Yeah. Spinarak's legit.
Are you a Crobat abuser?
Yeah.
In competitive Pokemon?
Not in competitive, just in general. I'm a
pretty
casual
strong.
Crobat abuser.
Yeah,
I
just
abuse the
casually.
other enemy trainers in the game with Crobat.
Yeah, that's not very fair towards those trainers. You ever think about how they feel?
Nope, because they're not real, Valdez.
Yeah, just like we're not real.
True.
We're AI just like them. They're one of us. And yet you say they're not real?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you guys, chat. Like I have been many times today. I'm ready for Pokemon to evolve as a series. And be willing to take a hit, you know? Be a game that adults can enjoy. Okay, adults can enjoy Pokemon, don't get me wrong. But have a plot that is not just a 10-year-old child gets his first Pokemon. Please, just give me a different one. Imagine if Harry Potter was just a bunch of different wizards, only but the book, like only the first book. Yeah.
Like 7 times.
Yeah.
8 times.
Imagine just never aging with your player base.
Yeah.
Give me a plot, please.
No plot. Except Nick Plot. He's a great cast.
Yeah. I mean, I'll accept that as well. Sean Plot as well.
Yeah, he's pretty cool too. Well, we got a little fight here. The fire alarm is ringing once again. That's a lot of graviton thrown into the enemy team. In goes the Poppy. Just to nearly die, trying to get Sounda here, but not sounding off on that as Rel. Gets in with the Ignite. Takes down First Blood as the support, and the Smite comes in. Sounda gonna survive with about 0 health. And they get the Hex Stake Drake as well.
Okay.
Power of Tristana.
Power of Tristana. That Tristana ult was pretty big. And now he's going to take a pretty large... Oh, actually, I thought his zeroed back. I was like, he's going to take a pretty big CS lead. Actually going to fall behind in CS, but that's okay.
Pretty large what, Wolf?
Okay, so let's watch this fight again, where Sounda does not have level 6. So as a Maokai in this situation, he is not really anything. As yeah, the boom comes through, the reset comes through, and bro lost the fight, even with some AoE damage coming back there. I'm looking at
Champ.
Yeah, CHAMP. But I'm also looking at Nongshim in this game as a team that starts to look more formidable after that early kill. Did go to the Rel, and all of that assist gold was pretty heavily split. But I thought the setup for the fight was really clean. And that's before this Rel has level 6, where she's going to be an even bigger threat. And now I think I've done my obligatory game talk for this, for this stage of the game.
Questions about Din. You know, why is he here? What kind of fruit does he like? Well, where was he born? That kind of thing. But the reason he's here, if I could just answer that one question, is that players from the LCK are allowed to play in Challenger League. It is a fluid roster, but things get a bit more complicated when it comes to playoffs. Obviously, there are restrictions there. You can't play in both playoffs. If you play in LCK playoffs, you can't play in Challenger League, etc., etc. So you can call down. You could also call up, but you got to be careful when you make those final choices at the end of the day. As okay, hopping in and trying to get that hop out, but he's just going to keep autoing him, Giga Chad, even though he's on Nongshim. Nice job from Calm. And he does have to flash, though, as here we go. We do have some damage coming in. That lasso from the Rakan following him quite a while.
Should have gone Scorch.
Should have gone Scorch Ignite.
Would have easily picked up the kill there.
Yeah.
Punished the Tristana. We'll get the flash, at least here, is pretty decisive call here from the side of Bro. At the end of the day, not successful, not able to grab the kill, but gonna get some tempo advantage here. 10 CS up. Tristana no teleport, so lots of extra gold denied here as Din, he is actually Renektoning the Renekton. He is proxying the wave behind the Renekton. That's the power of being an LCK top. Kangin, he's a new Challengers rookie.
Yeah. He's not Renektoning, but he is Nectoning. Right? He's not doing it again. He's just kind of doing the original as Din. And, you know, he is quite the Nectoner himself, so he is able to get it done. And, yeah, this is just the way of the top lane nowadays. You just proxy the wave, just like Proxy will.
Yeah. That's why I play Renekton. I'm a Renekton main.
Is Kangin related to Kingen?
No.
Did they take Kingen's reflection out of a funhouse mirror and make it a player?
No. You're welcome for the info, though.
Yeah.
You can ask,
trying to answer
anytime.
all of the questions. Wait, why is Din here? Bun, I literally, like, not 10 seconds ago, just explained it.
I think
in
they're
full
aware.
detail.
Honestly, I think Bun's aware of it.
I don't think so. Kangin is just Kingen in a southern accent. Yeah. Take Kingen out of southern accent, here's Kangin.
Did you know that it's actually Kingen
Yes.
and not Kingen?
Yes.
I've always known this, but I never thought about it before, and then I typoed his name in Korean, then I realized, okay, hold up, HH?
How did that Void Seeker not
Yeah,
hit
that was
anything?
really weird.
It like passed through, like under the horse of Rel, and then like through the arm of Aphelios. And then like did a loop-de-loop, and then I hit the minion behind him.
I don't mean did all that, just slightly went a little bit down, a little bit low. Didn't actually hit the hurt box, or the hitbox rather.
All out.
That's a
Dominus. Some damage and a flash. Din. Comes to challengers.
I think Kangin is ready to. He's ready to maybe.
He's ready to party.
He's got that rage bar.
A little bit of action here in the mid lane. But the two junglers are here, and that'll be the end of that.
I mean, Kangin had flash. Din has no flash. He probably could have just like double slice, WQ, kill him.
Yeah. There's definitely an angle,
But now he can't. So
he's gonna hold on to it.
we can get a demolish proc and try to grab a plate and then have teleport advantage, or can just proxy a wave. Okay, that was definitely not the timing I would have tried to do that one.
Interesting. Now we're getting into that back line as Ivory in a little bit of trouble, but he is able to stabilize with the team. Taking a bunch of damage from the Tristana as Moonlight Vigil does get a bit of AoE damage into that back line as in goes Raptor. Let's just say he was sacrificing for his
I think
teammates.
he just wanted to help them get away.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I don't know
let's
if
say
that was necessary, but he
was just gonna send it.
He made sure that they got away. He confirmed.
Sometimes you just gotta send it.
Yeah.
When's the last time you sent it, Wolf?
All right, I'll send it. No, when was the last time I sent it?
Yeah. One time you were like, I don't know, man, it's a little bit iffy, but I think this, you know, just got to do it.
Honestly, it was
chats.
probably yesterday when I was playing Malphite and my team, what AD carry was I? It was like Varus, excuse me, in the bottom lane, and like 1 and 5, and I had 2 items, and I just eventually had to send it, you know?
Just sent it.
We did not win.
Yeah. Let's see
But I did
another
the most damage
example.
of the game, and yeah. This is the power of Moonlight
Raptor
Vigil.
said, I'm gonna send it.
They were like, the fact that Bro turned around for a second in confusion leads me to believe that this was an individual call and not a, I'm going to send it so you guys can get away. It was a, I think we got this, and Bro were like, no. Actually, I don't think so.
They absolutely did not have it at the end of the day. We do have Ivory going for the Nashor's Tooth first. You see this sometimes.
So you guys can speculate on why Dindin is playing. He had a really tough week. Like, he was not looking himself. He made a lot of mistakes. He had a lot of individual time in the coaching booth with Irene, if you guys remember watching the series that happened in LCK last week, where it was definitely not his best performances. I think the coaching staff was a little bit disappointed in how he played, and it may be disciplinary, it may not be. It may be that they want to actually give Mihail a chance, and so that's what's going on here. We can only speculate, but he had a very weak performance, so now you guys can think amongst yourselves and decide why you think Dindin is here, because we don't have the answer, because we're not told as
Sounda. He seems pretty dead, and in fact he will be, but a lot of AoE damage does follow up, and Calmy's just hopping around, Guma stomping on everybody. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we did have some action as in goes Calmy again, trying to surpass Lucid potentially on this POG ranking.
So Valdez was a Tristana believer. He saw the Tristana and he was like, game 2. And I saw the draft of Bro, and I saw the setup, and I was like, you know what? No, I actually think they've got enough here. But what I didn't see was the gameplay.
I mean, they went
really deep onto a Maokai, who then ulted back into them to set up a Magnet Storm. And then Calmy is ready to beat Tristana and kill people. That's his first kill of the game. So he's still dominating. His ult did massive damage in that first fight, but wasn't able to secure kills, was able to help his teammates. But now he's starting to get pretty large. He is also building the Shiv, which has fallen off quite a bit in the LCK, but he doesn't even have his call done yet. So with the advantages he's gotten, how early of a lead he has, he could just push the Azir away. Now he's got strong wave cleared. Yeah, the Azir can't really be near her.
Yeah, Tristana's just not fair, because she's kind of like Kai'Sa, where, especially with Shiv, I mean, she already had pretty great wave clear, but with Shiv, it just makes it really trivial, and you basically are just AD carry number 2, and you're extremely safe. And in this meta, where there's not a lot of focus on big AP control mage damage outside of Azir, in the mid lane, you essentially just say, well, I'm just going to get a second AD carry. And really, the main character in the show isn't even Calmy. It's actually just the 3-0 and 2 Vital Aphelios, because he is going to be in a great spot. As I'm glad to see that my curse on Calmy worked out fantastically. Immediately, he does die. Clearly,
Tristana's a weak pick, Valdez.
Yeah, just terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. Ivory is going to trade for it, but they do get the teleport out of Dindin.
Sounda has ult, so better run.
Yeah, Tristana can't be countered. She's also an AD carry, so she scales really well, and she's like backup AD carry, because you have a real AD carry in the bottom lane anyway.
She just she can sacrifice herself to get additional kills and turrets.
Excellent
No
play.
other champ can do that. She even jumps while she does it. She buys so much extra time and space. Also, if you have a Tristana on your team, you can get an extra Herald charge sometimes.
Yeah, good at destroying damage to building.
It's just a passive that's not written into her kit, but like if you actually know, if you're a Tristana main, you actually know this interaction where you go 1v2, drop your ult to push the enemy Azir into the teleport, and you get a double charge and a kill traded back. It's crazy how much gold he picks up. That's actually the special Tristana tech that only players like Calmy, who are very familiar with the champion, can pull off.
Yeah, it's true. Calmy's just that level of Tristana player. Not everybody can do that. What long-range mages outside of Azir do you think are viable in pro right now? None.
Xerath.
On to the next one.
Sorry, CB Max.
Got him.
That was not.
That was a good one.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's not viable. It was a good try.
But are there any? I don't
really.
think there are. There are actually no other long-range control mages that are viable.
Yeah, they're really not.
Does Tristana count? Then Tristana.
What about Rise? No. What about Orianna? How about
Very
Syndra?
edge case.
How about
Syndra sometimes.
Malzahar?
Malzahar with Shiv is not bad.
I'm just trying to list all the mages that are coming to my mind in this order. If you guys ever wonder like which Talia, nah, that one's
Talia is like only if you're really good at Talia. It's one of the, it takes too much skill. There's like too much skill expression into that champ that pro teams won't go for it, because if you like mess up one time, you might just lose with that champ. Also, Veigar was mentioned. Veigar's like,
yeah,
I mean, teams are trying it as an option, but it's not really having a lot of success.
Just beat BDD 5-hit.
Yeah, just that's basically the end of that story. Like Talia, TF, Tristan, Veigar. Just beat BDD and you can make it happen. If not, probably not. Ziggs is good, but he has not a lot of mobility, and that's an issue, right? Like, you think about Tristana as you're in the side lane, Ahri in the side lane, and he at least has a speed up and a big stun, so a lot of control. As meanwhile, Sounda, once again, he is doing a great job of baiting the entire team into attacking him. And, you know, it's kind of working out. Now Double H giving it a try, as the Magnet Storm is pretty huge. And this is a 4v5. And it's a very broken up fight. Bro desperate to try to take this one down, as the all-out goes over the wall, and Raptor should be next. As Calmy looking for the follow-up. Very nice knock up there from the Cassante as he goes all out into the Riot Sphere. Dundun will survive. And he will survive this as well, as Calmy is going to do a good job of zoning. One more jump should do it, as mid-air he gets pushed, and then the Poppy dies.
That's Baron, pretty much on spawn, and you know, Nongshim, they are turning these fights around extremely well. And look, it's Aftershock Maokai. My Aftershock Maokai going for a little bit of the tanky build here after the Demonic Embrace. Just keeps turning these around. He's like, if they come to me, I will press R on them, and then we will turn things around. Just look at the setup here. Renekton teleporting in first, so this is basically a 4v1 setup according to Bro. They don't have vision here of HH and Vital. Once they see HH, they're like, okay, we turn on to him, right? And he's like, no, I turn on to you. Magnet Storm comes through, and Vital just is able to Gale Force his way. Yeah, reverse. 2 hops this time. I mean, to be totally fair, like, Calmy is about to cha-cha real smooth.
I think he already did.
Yeah, it's, look, 1 hop this time. 2 hops this time. Reverse.
Yeah. And I think the idea from Bro was all right, because
I thought I got the
did you
mosquito.
Get it?
I thought I did, but I don't see its body, so it's
on my
definitely still alive. Until I find the body, I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to force a 5v4. The execution was maybe 5 divided by 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
And now Nongshim got Baron, and they're gonna end this game. This is what we expected the first series to look.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that this series could end up being the potentially most one-sided of the day if it continues like this.
Whoa, zoning Maokai ultimate.
It always happens when they have that pesky Baron buff. He just presses R and then the turrets disappear. How can we stop this tree?
Cut him down.
Not without any axes. I don't see a cleaver done for Kangin, do you? He's on his way.
Not yet.
He's on his way, but I don't know if he can chop this tree down right now.
The cleaver is not really an axe. It's not really a tree chopping axe.
It's the best thing they've got. You think those quick blades gonna cut it down?
How about the Navori? What?
You think the
the Nashers? What about the Nashers too?
That looks like more like a dagger. Would you take a tooth out of a whale and try to cut a tree down with it?
It's not a whale, it's Baron Nashor.
Okay, I know, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of like weapons or teeth that people actually use for things in real life, I think they got a better chance of taking the Rakan's Aegis and banging it against the tree than they have of getting that Nashor.
How about the Giant's belt? What if you tighten the belt
tight enough to cut through the tree?
Yeah, what if you do that?
How about that shoulder pad? Never the even shroud, you know?
What if you could set it on fire? The Bomby Cinder? Maybe it's not large enough.
Some whales do have teeth. What is this guy spreading misinformation in chat that whales don't have teeth? We need Twitch fact checking.
Immediately it came out. No cutting down trees, please. Okay, sorry. Sounda just gonna never die, and they're gonna win. Yep. I have teeth too, so what?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to cut a tree down with him, if I'm honest.
I mean, if you wait long enough, if you try hard enough, I think you can.
I think you'll have to approach the tree when it's very young.
This mosquito is definitely still alive.
Yeah, I'm going to get it later, don't worry. Just leave it alone and let it come to me. I'll take care
Why
of it.
doesn't it ever just stay still so we can just kill it?
Because it's a Korean mosquito, they don't do that. They don't make themselves vulnerable.
Whales with no teeth are called baleen whales.
Yeah, that's
Along
right.
with blue whales, these also include humpback whales, right whales, and more.
They filter krill, that's their function.
What is your function? What is my function? Calmy's function right now is to just die.
He knows the tech. He knows the tech.
He nearly killed Enosh, and he's living forever.
It's the tech. I told you, it's not a tech where you actually sacrifice for Nexus. It's crazy. Only Calmy knows this tech.
It's kind of working out. I mean, Kangen's going in here. He's trying to clear the wave. It's not really working out. Maybe he should try a... Oh, wow. I think that's the first time I've seen that miss in a very long time. As, yeah, they're trying their best, but their best is not good enough. The Moonlight Vigil just going to sail wide into the distance. It's still traveling into a different universe as...
Okay.
That's what it takes to chop down the tree.
Yeah,
that's
we found
what it takes
something.
To chop down the tree. Fountain
There you
laser
go.
to cut down the tree.
Fountain laser is strong enough. Okay.
Well, that's a call me vote from me. Actually, it's not. It's actually a support vote. It's a support vote.
It's definitely not a call me vote.
But I do think his tech that he used here, watch this tech from Call Me. It's actually crazy. So what you do is you approach the enemy Renekton, force him to try to ult in on you, and then you're going to get the enemy AD carry to follow. Then you jump away, and what this does is it actually kills the Nexus. It's crazy. And if you actually get the double jump like that, there's just nothing the enemy team can do. The Nexus is just going to fall. Easy peasy. So that was really cool tech there from Call Me. It was the second time he did it.
Great tech.
Second time of the game. Oh. We have a conflict in our votes?
A conflict? We have a conflict?
We're usually on the same page, but you and I have different take this time around.
We do, yeah.
I think your take is reasonable though.
I think it's a good take.
I honestly think you could give it to almost anyone. Like there's actually an argument
Give it
for
to
anyone.
Vital, yeah. He stood there and attacked.
He did a big amount of damage. His ults were really good, to be honest. He also had that really cool Gale Force.
I mean, except the last one.
Look, that one was important to the win? No, not really.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't subscribe to Rat Facts.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe, please.
Why
Rat
are you
Facts.
leaving? Please select one of the options below. We'll really miss you. Let's see who picks it up.
Oh, I almost got him.
All right,
I
I'm
didn't.
tracking him now. I'm tracking him.
Yeah, we got the hunter that is Wolf.
Oh, he went into the light.
Yeah, imagine that.
Well, now he's gone. I mean, temporarily. He's definitely going to be back. Looks like the vote's close.
No.
I think it is, because it's not...
I think it's about 67. What? He had a really high CC score.
I mean, he did do a lot of damage. Like, he's 584 TPM. And then that fight where we were talking about crisscross and cha-cha and reverse and stuff, that was actually...
He wasn't there.
I mean, he did a lot in that
He
fight.
got there late. He
Yeah.
ran from the bottom lane, and then he all-outed the guy that was running away from the 4v5.
He did.
This is not a good vote, Wolf.
I think it's okay. I actually think he did a lot. But I voted for support. He voted for jungle.
Where's my media KW? You can say it. It's always media's fault.
There is no media for challengers, though. It's just for the sake of transparency. Okay, so Yunda said there were some support votes. Apparently, I'm actually surprised. I actually thought jungle was going to get it.
2 support votes from the Observer crew. 1 from you.
Yeah.
I voted for jungle. And then I guess on the Korean side, they thought that Dindin was great.
I thought he did pretty well. It's pretty high DPS.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, look, he did a fourth of his team's damage with a Tristana and a Felios that did like 15,000 damage. I'm gonna be okay with this one. You
No.
can dislike it, but I'm okay with it.
Hold down the fort of not liking this one.
All right, I'm okay with it.
Media KW. There was an Aphelios, yes. he did the most damage in the game, turns out. And that was game number 1, a giganto stomp from Nonshin. We'll see you guys after the break. Hello and welcome back to CL, aka Challenger League. I'm Valdez, with me is Walp, and we are getting into the second game of the second series. My brain is already very fried. Even though I slept a lot, almost too much, you could say.
Yeah.
But it's okay, I'm here. I'm here.
I feel good. I'm feeling happy that we're seeing some high-level play, some decisive calls, some really good engages. Din playing fine. I don't know if POG level, but I'm okay with it. We did not catch the mosquito. We spent actually about half of the break chasing it down. But the problem is this room is, like, there's really bright lights, so I feel like flies towards the lights. I'm like, I can't see him anymore. Then the screen behind us, which is, believe it or not, actually a green screen. Sorry to pull the fourth wall down for a second.
No, it's not.
It's like really hard to see the mosquito on that as well. And then the rest of the walls are gray and mosquito colored. So it's not easy to track him down or her down.
I don't know what you're talking about, Wolf. It's not green screen.
I was just kidding about the green screen. It's actually just the Faker charging station in the Caster Castle that we live in.
Bro selected blue side, of course. And will they pick Tristana themselves this time?
No, I don't think so.
You gonna run it back? Salty run back?
I hope not. Doive is in. Doive! He's in.
Doive!
It's been about 500 years since we've seen him. But let's see how he performs. Raptor made that one call on Dragon and then had some weak positioning, but I don't think it was like it was not a Croco subbable moment, you know, where you're like, okay, it has to be pulled. Like, I don't think it was that kind of a game, although that call on the Dragon was bizarre, to say the least. But I guess they're going to give Doive a chance here. It's been a little while, at least since we've cast him. And
Doive.
What team was Doive always on Bro? I felt like he was on a different team.
He is the Bro jungler.
Yeah, no, he's always been on Bro
Which
ever since we joined.
team has better drafts? Well, Shocky, I hate to break it to you, but the draft hasn't even started yet. And Lunana, I eat hot dogs with ketchup because I am a basic Brando.
I am a mustard hot dog enjoyer.
I'll take the mustard. I'll take the relish, I'll take the chili. It's all fine, but generally I'm just like, just get something random on there and I'll just eat it. It's fine.
I usually don't put random stuff, but I have intent with my hot dog condiments.
What if you ate a hot dog with a chocolate chip bun?
I wouldn't do that myself personally.
But it's salty and sweet. Don, you know?
What about chocolate chicken Valdez? Why don't we have that?
I mean, we could. Why not?
Because I don't think it would be very
We
good.
put pineapple on pizza. That's basically the same thing, right?
You say we, but I do not.
I think it's fine. Well, guys, this is the same bands so far.
Yeah,
These
so far.
are the same bands, and I have a strong feeling that we're gonna get the same draft.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Kaisa, Tristana.
Isa Tristana, Rel coming through. HH the real. POG from game 1. Maybe he's going to pick it up in game 2. In the wide shot Tristana, that gun, I guess you could call it. What is that weapon called, actually?
So Jinx has a lot of names for all of her weapons. Tristana.
What do
I
you,
feel
what
like
would you
she
guys
does
call that?
it something like a blaster.
Is it a bazooka? It's not a bazooka.
It's kind of like a bazooka.
It looks like a bazooka, but it's not.
Cannon?
Yeah, it is a cannon, isn't
Boom
it?
cannon? Boomer?
Boomer cannon. Okay.
Gatoran knows. Gatoran, why did you capitalize your first letter of your name? What happened?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but it used to be lowercase and now it's uppercase. I'm like, is that who's
You can
that?
change
it's
that
Gatoran.
at will.
Yeah. Doive is playing Poppy as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, bro, legit. We're like, actually, no. Raptor was the problem. We're just gonna run this back. And I have some concerns about that thought process and what it means. Maybe we'll see some different bans in the second phase now that the draft has been completely run back.
Wolf Guy put in an incorrect rat stat. They are experts at staying out of sight. That's not true. If you've ever been to the New York subway, you know what I'm talking about.
If you've ever seen an XD chat, you also know what I'm talking about. It's pretty observable. They're kind of
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're everywhere.
All right, so are we really just not going to change the bans up? Or are we actually just going to run this back completely? Bro, really?
Bro.
Not even going to put some respect on Dinden's Cassante? Honestly, Nongshim here, just ban Renekton. Just do it.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, I'm actually totally fine with if they do that.
Ban Renekton, pick Cassante. If they ban Cassante, well, then you're just going to have to not play the top lane.
All right, well, we don't have to talk about the draft anymore. It's done.
the same.
It's the same.
I saw the mosquito again.
I haven't seen it in a while. Where'd you
Just
see
like
it?
flying up there.
They like to look towards the lights. They hurt my eyes.
What?
Shout outs. Shout
Shout
out.
out?
But ultimately, it'll be the affiliates.
Yeah.
I love the shout outs though.
Wolf, in the lore, did you know Maokai's a tree?
Are you sure about that though? Is that
Honestly,
actually confirmed?
I'm aware of it. How about Triskun being called Boomer? Wolf got it! Wolf got the mosquito!
I got it. I'm gonna keep it on my hand as well the whole
What?
rest of the show.
No, you
show it
shouldn't
to
do
everyone.
that. Really?
No, not actually. But as soon as we get done with this draft, I'm gonna have to clean it off. So give me a second.
Okay, that's fine. We used to have tissues. I guess we don't anymore.
Yeah, they ran out. There are some outside the door, and I'm gonna go grab one right after this.
Yeah, Chronicler is a known tissue user. What can you do? These are the exact same drafts.
Yeah.
Wait, no, yeah, no, it's exactly the same. Right?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Rakan was in, Rakan. Yeah.
No, it's legit
Exactly
exactly
the
the
same.
same.
Okay.
Like, not even a
All
single
right, let's go
change.
to the next series then. Congrats to Nongshim on the 2-0. I guess we are just the, we might be the cringe 7 gamers, which is better than the cringe 8 gamers.
To be totally honest, though, like, the last game, I think Bro feel like that dragon fight was actually the problem, and they would have otherwise won. But they failed every single engage for the rest of the game, tunneling on Maokai. If they just don't do that and actually play around their composition and play around the poke that Kaisa can get later on, and just don't hard force early game engagements to give Nongshim a lead, maybe this time around it works. But based on the fact that we have a substitution and the same draft, I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know about this one, Valdez.
Well, Doive is the only thing that's different to this game number 2, so we'll have to see if that is the big difference maker this time around. Perhaps they can play out their team fights a little bit cleaner, and that might get them over the edge to have a chance against Nongshim, who are honestly looking pretty good, especially with the call-up of Dindin from the inferior league, that is LCK, over to Challenger League here.
The
And
call-up down.
for some reason, he got POG in the last game. I don't know how that's possible, but either way, he's doing a great job, and Nongshim are in a good spot. But let's see if Bro have what it takes to take them down. As we're ready, let's jump onto the Rift for game number 2.
I'm here for our moment, and then I'm cleaning my hand. All right,
Wolf.
chat, I'll be right back.
Wolf will be right back. He's going to get this mosquito off his hand. It's a very important thing. Shouldn't leave mosquitoes on your hand. He did the right thing. And I'm glad I could be alone here with you guys in the chat. It's me, Valdez, alone with chat. And it was a great time. I had a great time with all you guys. And unfortunately, Wolf is back.
So, funny story. I went to go get the napkins from lunch, and you know, I'm rushing out. I gotta go clear this off as soon as possible, and I just burst into a meeting full of about 12 people, and everyone just like looks at me, and they go back to looking at the graphs and the corporate structure, and I just ran in there and grabbed about 2 Subway napkins, and then ran out, and I'm like, do I explain that I have a dead mosquito on my hand? There's no time for this. And then I ran back over here back into the waiting arms of our very terrified producer. But everything's okay. The mosquito is dead. My hand is clean.
All right. There we go. We figured it out.
And that may be the most interesting thing that will happen in this early game.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
we're going to see the same sort of error on that first dragon fight.
All right, so more importantly, what was in your sub? Well, Gatoran, we eat the same thing every single time.
About 90%.
As Ignite coming down, but level 2 is hit here by Palu, so they're not going to continue on that, but he did take a considerable chunk of damage.
I steak and cheesed.
I got Italian... Wait, spicy Italian. Same thing I get every single time. And that's it. That was it.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Really, you have to subtract ingredients versus adding them. Yes, they just
That's
assume that, oh yes, your meatball sub, would you like lettuce, tomato, olives, and all the other vegetables on it? Of course you would. It goes on every sub.
Yeah, they kind of do that for every kind of assembly line type food thing out here. It's not just Subway, it's all sandwich places and burrito places and even like poke places, salad places. That's about it. I don't know if there's any more than that.
What about cereal places?
Usually those are self-serve,
Oh,
so you get to decide on your own.
okay.
But maybe if you go to a place like a cereal buffet, you could decide, you know what, I actually want not this, and otherwise get everything else. That could be like a mental decision you could make instead of going, I would like this, this, and this. You could be like, I want everything except this, this, and this. You know? It's all about perspective.
Why does every Tristana use this skin anyway?
I don't know.
Is this pay to win?
don't
Does anybody know?
I don't think so, because last time it was the fireman skin. Firewoman, I don't know what it's called. Firefighter.
Firefighter.
Yeah.
Anybody can be a firefighter.
They definitely doused Bro pretty hard.
You
in
do
that
have to
last game.
deadlift 415.
True.
I don't think that's actually a thing, but Probably should be able to deadlift stuff if you are a firefighter. I don't know what the actual requirements are to become a firefighter, but I would imagine you would at least have to be a little bit strong. Fire extinguishing person. There you go. Firefighter bell makes your opponent take repeated psychic damage. When you hear ring, 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 so you get an inherent advantage. But you have to hear it too.
Wait, is it the same skin from last game? It's
yeah,
not.
no, it's the same skin every single time. The firefighter skin.
Because
with the ring.
The one that Atlas, I don't know what it's called, but the one where you hold like a dragon type gun that Atlas likes to call. Oh, it is the firefighter skin, yeah.
Yeah. No, that one's
the How
bad.
to Train Your Dragon skin, as Atlas likes to call it. That one seems to be more common though in the LCK.
Well, recently we've been seeing the uprising of the fire extinguishing person.
I mean, Atlas likes the firefighter skin. He told me.
Dragon Tamer. Yeah, but Atlas also.
He also what? It's okay, we can talk about it.
Is this a safe space?
I mean, he's listening, but like, I'm
Is
sure
Atlas
now
listening? Atlas, are you here?
he's definitely here. He was here
If
earlier.
you're not here, please tell me that you're not here, so that I know you're not here. Just, you know, gotta make sure.
Satisfying CS there from Vital with the Infernum. So yeah, go ahead and tell me what's going on.
Atlas is deep in the Space Train video game. Oh, Atlas is on his alt. Pika-chan X3. I won't tell him, Piggy, promise.
I mean, Valda's apparently not going to tell anybody, so.
Yeah, no, it's a secret.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. He's not going to watch the VOD. He's not going to know that you definitely have a secret about him that you won't share with anybody for some reason. Okay.
Hey, Chronicler, I like your fashion sense. Please, everybody, go ahead and tell Chronicler how amazing he is. He would love that.
Wait, hold on. Can the guy who said the thing about, or girl, I don't know, I didn't even see the username, say the thing about asking me a question about his ear, ask it again, because the chat scrolled too far, and now I can't answer it.
Thank you for the happy birthday messages. I really appreciate it. So what were they talking about in the meeting anyway, Wolf?
I don't know, probably about like, it was something about like raising the business acumen, there were like graphs, and it was, like everything was going up, you know, it was all very nice and very good, and it seemed like things were very nice until suddenly this big bearded white man with an LCK jacket comes bursting through with his hand
Did you say,
outstretched.
oh yeah?
With his hand outstretched for some reason with a small bloody object on it, and then he didn't even say sorry, he just ran straight to the subway napkins.
Did you know that Alice doesn't like chicken burrito from our burrito place near the LCK?
Why is that?
He said it's too dry. Yeah, it's really messed up.
I mean, I think it's a really strong economic option that's also a little bit healthier than some of the other meat options, so I usually go for it actually, but
Same.
steak is kind of the, I feel like I deserve it option for me.
The fancy Winnie the Pooh picture.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm feeling like I'm definitely in the tuxedo frame, I'm going for it. I used to eat it multiple times a week, but now I eat it about like once every 2 weeks, so it's been steak generally, but chicken is the go-to for me.
Yeah, chicken is the everyday option. The everyday LCK workers option.
Yeah. It's the most economic, and it's the healthiest.
Come for the talent scouting, stay for the Twitch chat. Well, I stayed for the YouTube chat. Alexander in YouTube chat says, Chronicler, you're the best caster out of all the casters. I see how it is.
But
All right.
not even on the
Say
cast, so
less.
like, I don't understand why you would say that to you when you're not Chronicler and I'm not Chronicler.
Chronicler was in the what's its name? Oh
YouTube
yeah,
chat?
Twitch chat.
He wasn't in YouTube
No,
chat.
he was in the Twitch chat.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Alexander just mistook both of us for Chronicler, and that he thinks we're
No,
both the
I
best.
think it's part of the everybody give a lot of compliments to Chronicler phase that we went through about 10 seconds ago.
Oh, I see.
Which caster gives the best hugs? It's definitely Atlas by about 700 light years.
It's definitely not me. I think I'm 4th in the tier list. Now 5th with the Ox
Now,
train.
Chronicler's definitely 2nd. Atlas is 1st by far.
I think I'm 5th. I think Ox is probably 3rd. You're
Yeah,
4th.
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I might be better than Huni, but he's not a caster. He's just a spacer with us. I mean, he's a caster, just not on the global stream. But I think Huni would be the only one who's like worse than me, I think, at this.
Brendo gave good hug too. I don't really give that good of hugs. Oh, Atlas is back after we were just talking all that smack about him and his burrito choices.
Yeah, and also you like keeping a weird secret from him. It's very strange.
No, I said it. I finally got it out. That was the secret.
Oh, the chicken thing?
Yeah.
That was the secret?
Well, don't tell him now that he's here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. I had the whole mosquito thing. I'm a little bit scrambled, right?
You burst into the meeting room.
Yeah, so Atlas, okay, hold on. I want to tell Atlas the
the
story.
big boom boom. Little sweet burrito. Here is Sounda. And they're getting in, and Columbia's in a lot of trouble, but the ult gets in, and that is perfectly timed to keep him alive, as now the bottom lane of Nongshim is here as well. Everybody's joining the party, but it wasn't even their birthday.
Nope. This is pretty late first blood for Challenger standards. You know? We're usually first 4 minutes to 7 minutes kind of thing. First Drake fight. But 0-0 kill score. Pretty low as Bro with a gold lead, and they're going to commit the teleport here and try to drop this Rift Herald mid, pick up some plate gold, and then look for Drake Cryo. Let's see how well that goes. As Enosh is heading back to bottom lane, he has to catch that wave, so this is not going to be a numbers game that Bro are winning. And I don't think they're going to get this dragon. Well, I mean, he did get Shiv, and he did clear that wave, so maybe I'm wrong. Bit slow here on the start for Nongshim.
Yeah, a little bit slow. Bro allowed to get into a decent spot. We got TP coming in. Doive, do you have what it takes to get in there? Our best Australian jungler. Yes, he gets it done. Steals away the dragon. First blood to the Kaisa. As Dindin, you know, he doesn't have teleport. He's just in the top lane. It's fine. Hanging out.
He's just going to get some plates. He's like,
He
I'm
knows
POG.
who's the real carry.
Yeah, I'm POG from game 1. I'm going to get some plates, be the real carry. Who would win? All the resistances that Dindin's going to pick up from all that money, or just a percentage-based resistance from Mountain Drake? Dindin knows which side he's on. As, yeah, this fight is a little bit murky, let's say. Sounda murky. Not in this game, but Sounda, he has been very good at absorbing pressure and then allowing the re-engage, but this time he just wanted to go for the 50-50. He fails and is killed, and there is no re-engage. Now HH has his ultimate, you know, but it's not exactly what they were looking for.
Doive goes back, doesn't get an item yet. Has the Bomby Cinder, but nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Just waiting. Why are all the Casantes building Thornmail first?
It's good into Renekton.
Is it?
Yeah, his heals are pretty annoying. Very annoying to lane into that guy when he just keeps hitting you with his Q and healing up with the minion wave.
Oh, a plate! It's a plate. So, Mers Bo Fancam asks, Casters, what are your pizza orders?
So,
Pepperoni.
I mean, pepperoni is generally what I do when I'm with other people because it's not offensive to anyone. Except people don't like pepperoni, in which case I'm okay with cheese. But, like, on my own time, sausage and mushroom, or sausage, mushroom, and anchovy. Those are, like, my three.
Very strange.
I don't think it's that strange.
I think it's up there on the strange scale. It's
Ground
not-
beef pizza, also super underrated.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. Oh, I'm a big fan of that. As now we're just diving the Renekton as the Magnet Storm pulls him away. Double H taking a lot of damage, but that will be the massive Aphelios to pick up the kill. As Nongshim do strike back.
Yeah, so this is going to be in trade for a Herald here, but second Herald with no plates to be taken. Does feel also very slow because he doesn't have any help on this, so a lot of power lost here on the map for OK Savings Bank Rion. And these Nashor's 2 starts for Ivory, pretty interesting. I don't think it's a bad item per se to go early, but you need to be fighting it or pushing super hard. Because he's matched up into the Cassante topside here, like that's why he picked this item. They want to push him topside, put that matchup there, but now Renekton is isolated. Kaisa showed mid, you're doing Herald, so Nongshim quickly and correctly identify that's a vulnerable Crocodile. And the gold lead here for the Aphelios is pretty big, but the Tristana angle is the huge one. And the fact that Doive has out-farmed Nongshim and picked up some assist gold in that first fight, I guess you could say technically, some of that plate gold in mid, that's not really relevant. I mean, the fact of the matter is Nongshim have a pretty significant gold lead, but even when they were behind, most of the gold was on that Poppy. So I'm going to have to see some good team fighting here, Valdez. I'm going to have to see some top from Bro if they're going to convince me.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Wolf.
Sweet corn on pizza should be more common, or just banned, actually, in most countries.
Actually just ban it.
Yeah.
Ban it. Or you could just come to Korea and eat it all the time, even when you don't want it. So, yeah.
It's not for me.
My favorite champ to watch. Singed.
Corn on pizza should be punishable by being forced to live in Sicily. I like that punishment.
That seems pretty nice. I mean, I don't know if Sicily is
have
that
to
bad.
eat good pizza all the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Have you ever had a Sicilian slice of pizza in New York City?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It's actually amazing.
Now you've transcended.
Weirdly enough, a lot of cities actually have good Sicilian pizza. Not as good as New York's, but like Korea, not so much. A little bit tougher to find.
Yeah, that's not a thing, really. I mean, some places have it, but it's not really the same.
No.
It's about as close as you'll get to like deep dish as well. If you're like from the Midwest and you're like, oh, you know, I kind of like thick pizza with 3 C's. Well, just get a Sicilian slice. It would be close enough. Not really, but kind of. Not really, but close.
The second Herald will fail to get the turret, so no, that was your cross map.
TBH, I'm German. Imagine being German.
Imagine being honest about it too.
That's kind of mean.
No, I'm just saying because you said to be honest. I don't know.
Oh, true.
As if there's any reason not to be honest.
Honestly, I'm aware of it. Now that he mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're just memeing.
Yeah, we're just.
I'm also like half-ish German. I don't know exactly. I need to like do the ancestry.com. But my understanding is half, basically.
I'm not. I don't think I'm German at all, actually. My European half is from the northern side.
Why did Automod hold that word? I'm not even going to say what it is, what it held.
Yeah, I mean, it was just derogatory, I guess.
So, we got Dragon. We gave a turret and more map control. Bro are a 2 Drake lead into this Cloud Soul, or sorry, 2 Drakes to 1, but halfway to the Cloud Soul. But it is Cloud Soul for their composition, which is pretty decent. It is, however, a big Tristana that is going to have her second item very soon, and I'm a little bit concerned about what that means, especially when you consider the Aphelios is pretty big, and we have not seen convincing fights with Bro at all.
Who scales better, Azir or Tristana?
Go with Tristana in this case.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a...
It depends on the comps, right? But
it is a little bit case by case, you know?
He might be building...
In Korea, you could say, K by K.
I really don't like it when people say kabake, but it sounds inappropriate. I don't know
Okay. Sometimes we press our buttons because we haven't pressed them in a while.
So clearly, Tristana scales better.
Yeah, Tristana definitely scaling better so far.
It could still be Leandri's for Ivory, and I hope that it is, because I don't know if anything else is going to really fit the job description here for what they need to do in this fight against the Cassante. Is
Press R. They got him.
Okay.
Call Me was absolutely thinking about
The hilarious
getting in there.
thing is, normally when you do a siege like this, you need to actually secure the kill or you can't take the turret down, but Tristana had other ideas. She was like, you know what, full health turret? I can get in there. I'm down for that. Actually, we'll take about half of its health.
Not another 8-gamer.
It's going to be a 7-gamer.
Kron 1 Cler.
It's a 7-gamer Kron, but
maybe the 1 is actually a small 7. And what he's trying to say is that not another 8-gamer, but a 7-gamer.
yeah, no, exactly.
I think that's what he's onto here.
He's a 7-game Steven. I don't know. I just keep
Enthusiast?
saying Steven.
I mean, everybody's a Steven.
7-game Sandy.
Aren't you a Steven as well?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Stephen King, known 7-game
Yeah.
enjoyer.
Absolutely, yeah. He told me that the other day.
Steven Spielberg,
He and
also
I are pretty
known
tight.
7-game
Oh, do you know
enjoyer.
Steven Spielberg? I don't know Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, no, I talked to him about it. He said he normally he wants to get out of challengers pretty quick, but he's down for one of the series being interesting.
How about even Stevens?
Nah, he's not actually a 7-game Steven.
Oh.
He's also not a real person.
What about Steve from Blue's Clues? Is
yeah,
he
no,
a 7-game
yeah,
Steven?
7-game enjoyer, yeah. For him, it's the joy of discovering that one of the series is going to go to 3. He's like, look, a gold lead. Do you see?
Do you see?
The Fed Azir? Do you see the Renekton 4-0?
We should ask you too, Chad. Like, I think they need that kind of training. They don't quite get it.
Yeah, famous actor Steven Yeun as well. Pretty notable 7-game enjoyer.
Oh yeah, he's yeah. I'm actually yeah. I don't know. Dundon is getting in there. He is just Cassanteing about, as we can see. Just
Steve Irwin
flaunting.
was a 7-game enjoyer, true.
Yeah. No, it's it was written down.
Because Steve Irwin was an efficient man, but also loved exploration and discovery.
How about just Steve from the pub in it? I think he's not a 7-game Steve.
I don't know
actually.
about that. That's not. I don't have the data on that one.
I'm
It is
pretty sure
Leandri's, by the way.
He tells. I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, that's why I said it is Leandri's, by the way.
Yeah,
It is Leandri's, by the way. Yeah. So we're doing some max, percentage-based damage here. We're gonna be getting some of the health bars of that Dindin Cassante down.
Yeah, Steve from the pub is a 9-game demon. He never goes home. That's why he loves Bro and Brew as well. And we don't like to talk about him too much, so Notion decide, okay, we're just gonna do the Baron.
This is not a fight you could take, bro, unless you end up getting it engaged somehow.
They're gonna have to try because the Baron is gone. And there's the Maokai ultimate, and Doiv cannot get in, as he does get in a little bit late, as immediately the Rel goes in and gets everybody caught up in a big ult, as Kanye desperate to try to zone for the team and get in that backline, but he can't even take down Vital. Everybody else is so low on health, and Nongshim, it looks like they might get 1 or 2 kills total, but they got the Baron. As in goes Sounda, that was not a good idea. Definitely not a good idea. Absolutely not. As, okay, at least gonna trade one back. Call Me is like, I wish I could dive 3 turrets, but instead, no, he's just gonna take out the first one.
So do you ever just not get any map control, let the Baron get started, and then opt into losing the game instead of just saying, oh, well, oops, we got called on this, better walk away. This is actually the kind of thing that we see a lot of teams struggle with, actually, specifically Bro in LCK as well, where if you end up losing control of the Baron and you're trying to funnel through a choke point into a Rel composition with a Cassante at the front line when you didn't have your Leandri's yet, it's probably best to just say, oh man, this is really unfortunate. We're gonna lose some turrets here, but walk away. Like, the moment right here is the time to walk away. That was the first moment. The second moment is now. As you're still going in, we're going in. Look at HH. He's like walking right next to him. He's like, I have a Maokai rail composition. You guys are walking towards me trying to get to Baron. What are you thinking? And then Dindin does end up actually burning down here. But why are we forcing? Why, like, you cannot win this fight. But actually, if they get another kill even slightly faster, it's probably a complete wipe, as the Tristana is just going to leap forward and leapfrog on top of the entire team. Don't opt into those. That's the takeaway here. But you know what? Doib still got a gold lead. He's holding down the fort.
Well, it was either you go in and die, or you lose the Baron and just try to hold on.
Well, the real thing is, like, probably just have a little bit better Baron control and watch your back timers and try to have a little bit more vision. But once you don't have that, you can't just opt into going in, as Call Me doesn't have enough information.
Is he going to send it? Well, he's going to send it. In goes Ivory. Ivory once again trying to set this up onto the Tristana. Hopping away is Call Me.
Okay, he knows the tech.
Dies.
He knows the tech. He trades it for turret.
He's doing this 2 times in a row.
3 times, really.
Well, yeah, 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I mean, he also, you know, one
He's
time it was
utilizing
the
this strategy 3 times now.
Yeah.
It's a good tech.
It's good tech.
Split push with the Tristana and be really annoying about it.
Yeah.
To the point where they have to bring 2 people over. And yeah, you might get the kill. But at the end of the day, you just die to Dindin. This happened last time. You just die to Dindin. This time he doesn't even need teleport. And eventually Call Me's tech plays out.
This is a rough one.
Not really. It's actually pretty smooth.
You know, of course, I'm referencing the bro perspective. Even a Giga Chad would be Giga Sad.
Gigasad.jpg.
Okay, red, white, that Renekton. Let's see how long he can last.
He's a big boy, okay? He's trying his best.
He didn't last very long, did he?
Yeah, he got chopped down by the Renekton axes. In this case, 280 carries.
Well, at least Enish is pushing bottom. He might get a turret. He is on 3 items, so
Huge.
he gets the turret, and he's not going to...
It's not even an objective now.
No, it's not. It's also not really, like, once you have 3 items as Kaisa, you're kind of there for what you're trying to do in this big game. So it's not like him picking up 300 gold is really going to be a game changer. But at least he got the turret off the map. As
Press R forehead?
Yeah, just press R and take out the structures.
Oh, and somebody, looks like it's Palu, running out in front of everybody else on your team that was zoned away. Not a good idea. Nearly dies, has to flash. Down goes 2 inhibitors. And we got a... Oh, we're really sending it now. Okay. We're going to send it. All right, Kange's pressing his R button too. He's like, I heard the strat is you press R and you send it. And then he got denied.
Return to sender.
All right.
Glad he put down his return address, because he is going straight back to the Nexus. This one is really not looking hopeful at the moment for the side of Bro. And this is not the level of play we've seen from Bro in a lot of their wins. We've actually seen them take upset wins, like their win against D+. They have had some strong early games like their counterpart in the LCK, but they ran this draft back and they lost almost the exact same way. It was not about that dragon fight.
No.
Shocking to no one that the death of Raptor there is actually not the defining factor in that game. Just putting it out there, I don't think that really changed the outcome, even a little bit.
Not at all, like not even a tiny bit, like not even 0.538%. Like the chance of Kellen playing in the series. And we got that in the first series, that was crazy. Well, if you don't have any strange keybinds,
I used to actually have my wards bound to T.
That is pretty weird.
I don't even remember why, but it was like something changed in the hotkeys, and I wanted it to be on T. Maybe it used to be T.
Maybe not. Maybe like way back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like back in like season 2 or something.
Not sure.
Yeah, T for trinket. Yeah, that's why I had it as T.
Take a look at the side lane here. Mr. Super Minion, George, is trying his best to push along with the squad. Meanwhile, Bro say, well, this time I'm going to hit the Poppy ultimate, and he does. The Rel Flendo is disgusting as the Azir immediately goes down, and down goes to Scaling. Inish is the one other guy as he's getting pushed way back by the Tristana, just thrown out of the fight as now everybody's getting boom stomped once again. Tommy hops forward, and this should be the 2-0 for Nongshim tonight. Pretty straightforward stuff. 2 games that kind of look similar at the end of the day. Same comps at least, as Dundon's like, by the way, I'm here from LCK. Remember me? Haha. Got in there, got a kill, and he'll get some votes from the other side as well.
Pretty straightforward,
But it wasn't good.
a little bit of a disappointing series from the side of OK Savings Bank Korea, on not only in terms of performance, but I think the decision making here to pull Doive in and run back the same comp.
Doive.
Just, I don't know, it leaves a weird taste in my mouth because I feel like they were not able to correctly identify the issue. And the issue in this case is a Rel flank. He was seen on a ward, by the way. And yeah. Like, but this game was decided by 2 bad fights from Bro in this choke point towards Baron because they had no
great setups from Nongshim.
You can try to put it in that perspective as well, but I mean, if you lose Baron here, the game is just lost. I mean, you have 2 inhibitors down, but the last fight where they just went in was really the egregious one. Yeah, the Aphelios did a lot of damage again, and if I've learned anything from what happened last time, Cassante will pick up the POG, but I voted for
you and
Rel
I
again.
We're together. This time it was a little bit more obvious, right?
Yeah.
That it should be the Rel. And he should pick it up, no doubt. So yeah, RIP 9 games. We are either the Korean 7 or 8. I would prefer 7 this time around, although, I mean, the second series could be interesting, depending on, I think, Live Sandbox?
Yeah, it's Live Sandbox
What
versus
they do?
Hanwha. Yeah.
Yeah, Hanwha's great, but Live Sandbox, will they be able to challenge?
Both Bro and Live Sandbox Youth actually play sometimes randomly up to their opponents and take upset wins. I believe even it was Live Sandbox who took the upset over Hanwha in round robin 1, so it's possible that they do end up taking it, but we'll be spending a lot more time talking about that after the break, so I don't want to get too into the weeds on that series.
Live Sandbox lost 0-2 to Hanwha Life Esports in the first round.
Maybe it was a different team that upset Hanwha.
They beat KT? No. DRX?
Yeah, that was
DRX 2-1?
Yeah, that was the one. DRX. Remembered wrong. I didn't cast that game.
Remember the Alamo.
Sure. What's the 20 icon in chat?
2020.
But what's the context?
The year 2020.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Very difficult vote here from all of our...
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah. Psy, Cringecaster Duo, that's what we do right then. And this time, Double H is going to pick it up. Only,
my
only
man.
97 CC score.
Yeah, I've seen literally over 1,000 today. Like, we actually saw one that had like over 1,000, right?
Yeah.
So, I just don't understand. I don't understand.
You didn't slow them enough.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah. Are Yordles considered rats? Yes.
Yeah, like, then that is 1675. I mean, I was gonna tell you guys we need to talk to them about the CC score thing, but I'm like, actually, we have talked to them about the CC score thing. I just don't really understand it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Please don't display it anymore.
And that's it.
We were not invited to the interviews, so we're just gonna hang out with you guys.
No. This is where we interview Wolf.
Yeah, ask me anything.
We do our own interview of our fellow professional player, Wolf.
Ask me.
So when did you first become a pro of Tetris?
I wouldn't consider myself a pro necessarily, but I played a lot of competitive Tetris when I was younger. I was the best in my family and also extended family. Like my cousins didn't stand a chance against me. And then Tetris evolved as a game, right? So it became a game where it wasn't always about lines and clearing the 4 blocks, which is also known as a Tetris. As the meta evolved to where when you hit the ground with a piece, you can continue to move. So then T-spinning became the most skilled way of doing that. And so the game evolved to where T-spinning became the most efficient way. And that's when I was like, maybe I could really make a dent in competitive ranked Tetris. There was Tetris with Friends, there was Tetris.io or however that's spelled, and these types of websites starting to pop up. But I just couldn't get the T-spins down, and so T-spins ruined the meta for me, and that's when I stepped away. That's when I said, you know what, it's time to step away from competitive Tetris, and I played Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 casually, but that's really my last foray.
Okay.
I do watch Tetris streams, though, a lot, because I think it's very, very good.
What do you think of your performance today, Wolf?
Maybe like a solid 5 out of 10. I think I was pretty high energy at the beginning of the day, and then that D+ series really put my mood down a little bit, and then I wasn't having the best performance. I was struggling with the mosquito, but I eventually slayed it, but it was like too late in the day, and the second series kind of brought back some life in game 1 because I was like, oh, okay, like really good plays from Nongshim, but game 2 kind of got me down a little bit more. So I feel like I haven't gotten to give my full casting potential yet today.
So you guys are a very strong team. You're on a bit of a winning streak. What do you think of your next matchup?
What's my next matchup?
I think you have Atlas on Wednesday.
Well, it's pretty easy to cast with Atlas. I think we make a good team, and I think that as long as I get proper sleep and cast as I practiced, I'm hoping to show good performances for the fans.
Okay. Speaking of the fans, you have one of the people that you have invited down here to the studio, Astronautilus TX. Anything special you want to say to him?
Astronautilus TX, thank you for being a consistent chatter and being part of our community. I really love the support you've shown us over this last year and years in the past as well, before I knew who you were. But I know you've been supporting us for a long time, and shout-outs to Texas.
Yeah, very important. Last question before we go. There has been a rumor of more mosquito sightings, this time around the Observer PC. Any advice that you would give over to some of the observers that are dealing with this issue?
So, number one thing is the easiest way to kill a mosquito is actually to use the wall, so use terrain. If you try to, I'll illustrate. If you try to catch the mosquito like that, then the air that you displace during the clap movement will actually push the mosquito away, and you won't actually be able to catch it. So the best way with a smaller motion, so get your hands around it, then close it around it. You can also, if you're going to try to get the mosquito one-handed, make sure that you don't grab, make sure you grab like this and close as soon as possible, and don't move your hand as you're grabbing too much, otherwise you'll, as I said, with the air displacement, move the mosquito away. And when you grab it, make sure you do a slight, smush, basically, because otherwise it can't escape.
You got some schmutz in your hands. Okay, thank you, Wolf, for that. And we will see you on Wednesday up against Atlas in the caster duo battle. That's it. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the
next
interview.
series. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just really trying to figure out what the term for doing this is.
Schmutz.
Besides smushing, make sure that you crush it, I guess is the term I would use. Maybe
you have to get a bit cruel.
You almost have to roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grind, I
Grasp.
guess. Smushing is the technical term. I mean, it's the only one I could think of at the time.
Tetris, T-spinning?
And you have to T-spin it.
Yeah. Can you train Firmly grasp it. You can train with wrist exercises.
I don't know if that's really going to be that helpful, to be honest.
Okay.
I would recommend just working on your form, like less wide claps.
So you say like 10 to 15 reps per day, or a little bit more? 3 sets?
I'd say just maybe like 1 or 2 times, and then when a mosquito appears, like just use that moment as practice, and you will notice that, like I said, if you do a wide clap, you won't be successful. It also takes longer to finish the clap and gives the mosquito more reaction time as well. If you're up against a Korean mosquito, like it's probably hopeless anyways, but
Yeah,
these
just don't
things
even try.
will help you a little bit. And if you're as successful of a Mogi Slayer as I am, maybe one day you too can save the day and save challengers by killing the mosquito in the broadcast room.
Does Korea have that many mosquitoes you can get 15 reps a day? Absolutely.
Yes. So I actually have a mosquito killing device in my house.
That's what you need.
That traps them.
You need the correct item. So make sure you itemize correctly. I think that's good. Good advice for all the chatters out there who are trying to catch mosquitoes. Get the electric racket. That's the best. Guys, we have to stop comments now after our second series. We will be back after 30 years for our third series. Don't go anywhere.